Hello, creative iMedia digital photographers. Mr. Ballantyne here with a introduction to photography composition. So I'm going to talk through some photography composition basics, and then you're going to have a go at taking some photos. Start off with this. What makes this image so powerful? Have a think about it. Is it that it tells a story? All great photos do tell a story. A story maybe of a lonely lighthouse person watching out for ships in the foggy night. Is it the colours? Is it the sort of like layering of pastel colours? Is it the silhouette of the lighthouse that makes it a great photo? Or is it the positioning of the lighthouse that makes it a great photo? How would the photo be different if it was dead centre? Would it be as powerful? Is it the positioning of the horizon? All sorts of things going on in this photo, actually, that we're going to talk about, which have some of the basics of photography composition. I'm going to talk through some of those right now. First off, the most important thing perhaps about a photo is that it should have a focal point, somewhere for the eye to rest. When you take a photo, you got to make sure your audience, their eyes are looking where you want them to be. In this case, on the left-hand side, the trainers, and on the right-hand side, the red apple. And the eye is led there, in this case, by on the left, simplifying the background, and on the right-hand side, having a real contrast in colours. Look again here, on the left-hand side, somewhere for the eye to rest. Where's our eye drawn on the left-hand side? Well, I think if you look carefully, the eye is drawn down the staircase rails towards the reflection of the buildings at the bottom. And on the right-hand side, the eye rests where the couple are kissing, and it's taken there by that sort of like blurring of the background. It simplifies the background, and so we know exactly where our eye is going to rest on. And that's shown really, really well here as well. Our eye again is drawn from the bottom left of the shot up the twig towards the robin. And that's helped by blurring out the background, which you've done in a previous lesson by using focus. So a focal point is really, really important, somewhere for the eye to rest. Second thing I'm going to talk about is rule of thirds. Now, you might have seen this on your camera. So on your camera, you can bring up this grid, this 3x3 grid, and this is called the rule of thirds. And actually, once you know this rule, you'll see it everywhere, on film, on TV, in photos. It is used a lot to compose a good photograph. Let me show you what I mean. This is an example, I think, of a bad photo. So central position of the person, they're right in the middle of the shot. And really, we don't know where our eye wants to go. Do we look straight at him? Do we look to the left? Do we look to the right? This does not use the rule of thirds. But if you look at a photo like this one here, we've got this really, what's happened is the focal point of the photo is aligned quite nicely on the right-hand side there along that grid. And if you look at where the horizon is, you'll see also that the horizon is aligned along the horizontal grid as well. And once you start looking around, you will see, and have a look, there are loads and loads of examples of great photography that use the rule of thirds. So just type it in, rule of thirds, into Google, and you will see there's lots and lots of photos that use the rule of thirds. The rule doesn't have to be used all the time. There are rules are there to be broken, but as a rule of thumb, this is a good one to know about, the rule of thirds. Okay, so have a look at these two photos here of somebody's breakfast. Which picture do you prefer and why? Both pictures of bacon and egg, but the left-hand one I hope you prefer because, again, it simplifies the background. It's definitely a picture of bacon and egg. The right-hand side, yeah, it's a picture of bacon and egg as well, but it's also a picture of a bit of toast and someone's coffee and a toaster and salt and pepper and a knife and fork. We don't know where the eye's going. But on the left-hand side, absolutely fantastic. Clear as day. It's a picture of bacon and egg. Same here. picture of a seagull on top of a lamppost. And by simplifying the background, that in this case just means moving the camera so that you've not got those trees in the background, you've got a really, really clean picture of a seagull sitting on top of a lamppost with a simplified background. Okay, so here's what your task is today. I want you to take a picture of a bottle or bottles together, and I want you to take maximum 8 pictures in these 4 categories. So first off, keep it simple. I want you to take a picture that's got a complex background and one where you've simplified the background. I want you to move in close. So take a picture from far away, but take a picture up close as well. Okay, so get really, really nice and close with the camera. Maybe even lie down if the bottles are on the floor. Just experiment with moving about, moving your camera and taking pictures. Same with this one here for angles. Take pictures up high and down low. So you got pictures, it could be bird's eye, could be from high up, stay safe obviously, but play around with the angles of these bottle photos. And finally, where you can, try doing rule of thirds and experiment between actually how does your picture differ between the subject centered and using the subjects on the intersection, the grid lines. So play around. What I'd like to see is your 4 best photos uploaded, please, to ClassCharts, and then I'll be able to give you some feedback on it. Okay, so bottles is the theme. You're going to take pictures of a bottle or bottles, but using the different composition techniques that I've talked about in this video. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing your photos.